Okay, everybody. So this is week 6, lecture 11. I apologize for the writing. Hopefully my voice is coming through okay. And we're going to go through just our little to-do list. So Levi's here, Brandon's here, Corey just stopped by, Lee is in the room too, and we've been here for, excuse me, a couple hours, and we're just going to go over the to-do list for everybody in the shell. So let's take a look here. The document we just prepared. So Lee is going to be responsible for sort of updating and uploading the Gantt chart. He's still working on final motor design. We were looking at 48 volts, but it looks like it might be better to go with a lower voltage so we avoid damaging the motor controller. Lee is also going to reread the rules so that the Gantt chart is consistent with the rules, and the Gantt chart sort of makes sure that it's like a double check that all the rules are met. For example, just now we had a little confusion as to what the tire dimensions have to be, and you know the 2014 vehicle tires were quite wide, but that was required that we be at least 80 millimeters. So even though they looked quite wide, they were actually as skinny as legally allowable. So we'll get into that a little bit more. Kevin, you know, again, I know you were pretty geeked to be on the team, and we'd love to have you back. So just let us know if you can contribute and what sub-assembly you're interested in working on. Colton has kind of been our go-to guy for CAD, and he's been using SolidWorks. I know that some of the drawings are in SolidWorks, some of them are in AutoCAD. I don't have a preference, whatever you're into, but what I need to have happen is for Colton to get all the drawings to Naomi so she can upload those into the shell. I want to make sure we've got a master copy of those before they get lost, and also to schedule a time to sit down with Tabitha, who's interested in learning some CAD, Corey, who also has some really good CAD experience, and Levi is here as well, hoping to pick up some CAD experience for the front and rear suspensions, which is our next big priority, our current priority. Michael, I've bumped into a couple times, and he said he's interested and just needs to be given something to do. So I'll let, if there's some like subcomponent, something that you need done, Levi, for example, on the suspension, Michael's a good go-to guy on some of the drafting. Yeah, but just put a schedule and some deadlines together so we can make sure, because really what we're big goal here is to get this thing on the wheels and actually rolling by Thanksgiving. I mean, that's our next big push, is to have everything drawn up, parts ordered, built, and shoving it around in the parking a little bit by Thanksgiving. Oh, and on that note, I unfortunately missed my meeting with the Sentinel High School principal on Monday. Somehow it got scheduled during my class time, and I'm like, I can't make it over there. So I'll reschedule with the principal at Sentinel to see if he won't accept our proposal for where our drawing.
Doing that tomorrow? Or?
Doing what?
You sent me an email about meeting the principal tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, it was sent today.
Well, let me look at my calendar. That's my to-do list. Calendar. I think Ted Fuller,
Yeah.
the principal? Yeah, so it was Tuesday, and well, I just missed it. I'm gonna why don't I do this? I'm just gonna drag it up here and see if I can't just call those guys from the road tomorrow and schedule something. Okay, so that's my to-do list. Meet with Sentinel High School principal, RE trailer location. Save. All right, Colton, Caleb, Michael. Okay, we wrapped up with Colton. Caleb, haven't heard much out of him lately. Maybe he's off living the dream, working. We'll see. So, but anyway, Caleb, if you're out there, we'd love to have you back. Same thing with Michael, who made some good contributions last year, but sounds like he might be busy pursuing another class. But anyway, we'd love to have your contributions too. Corey got to cross something off the list because he did return the differential. I don't think we're going to use it. We just went through a little informal design matrix, decision matrix, and decided that 2015 differential was a little bulky, a little heavy, overly built, and not as nimble as this one that Levi just found. So that's that. I'm also going to ask Corey to gather all of the written materials from the unfinished 2015 report. And in the next half hour here, I'm going to go through that and kind of show all you guys what that is all about. And I'd like a draft and to review that 2 weeks from today. Reeve, I saw a couple things in the website, but I'd like to know how far you made it with the body design. It looks like you found something in the website there. Okay, so yeah, that's reasonable. Oh yeah, so I'm looking. Show me where you're looking there, Levi.
It's in the battery charging BMS protocol.
Oh really?
One.
Okay, a little bit misplaced, but let's. Oh, and also, guys, while I'm here, it's fine that Caleb, Reeve, Grant, Raphael, Kevin, Colton, etc. It's fine that these guys have not enrolled and looked at the Moodle shell. That's fine. But there's a couple other, and Brian Davis is doing a different component of independent study. But I really need to hear from Michael and Ryan. If you guys are actually want to take the course, you got to contribute. Otherwise, you need to drop the course.
Yeah, Ryan, I think, did or wasn't able to take it.
Oh.
He said he still would help.
Oh, okay. So it looks like Ryan just needs to officially drop the course, but Michael, yeah, I mean, either, come to the meetings or just, go ahead and drop the course as well. Because I can't justify giving credit if you're not participating. Then we're going to peek out to see what the body currently looks like. Where did you say it was again, Levi?
The battery form. Well, it's in the Dropbox. The battery. The next. That one. Chassis.
Okay. What drawing am I going to look? Oh, maroon angle. Yeah. So what I saw previously from the body is that there was a plan to sort of build it in at least two parts, kind of a front end, a back end, and then a couple side doors. And the idea was to cut out a sort of a silhouette with wood and fill that with foam. We did something similar for the 2013 human-powered vehicle, and it works quite well. We previously were able to use the art school's 3-axis mill. So they've got a 4-foot by 8-foot bed, and we were able to go in there and use that. So cut out, just upload the CAD to their shapes, put down some plywood, cut the shapes out, sandwich foam in between, and it worked quite well. But we'd like to get ahead of that and get in there and use it and compensate the art department in some way if they're willing to work with us.
So do you foam and then you do fiberglass mold on that?
Yeah, so the idea is that, you've got this full body design like we're looking at here, and then you more or less make ribs, like you might imagine seeing in a boat, every 4 inches or so. So you cut those ribs out with your milling machine, and then sort of stick the ribs together every 4 inches, and in between there, you kind of sandwich the foam. Then you can use the edge of the wood to sort of, with a hot wire, remove the excess foam, and now you've got an actual solid piece, and then you can then lay the fiberglass and whatnot over that. It works pretty well. If we're getting fancier, what we would do would be to actually make and maybe we could, I mean, it's kind of 6 one, half dozen the other, would be to make a female mold. So you remove the inside, and then you do your layup inside the female mold, and then you can actually vacuum bag it. And so however smooth you make that female mold is exactly how smooth the exterior of the body will be. So superior in a lot of ways, saves you from having to, you just sand the mold once, and then you can just keep using it, and the inside is smooth. So used that in the past and it worked pretty well. Okay, back to the to-do list. So I'd like to just, get as much information from Reeve on the body as we can, so we can move forward on that. Matt, haven't heard from you, and I can't remember if, I'm just going to go back. Okay, so Matt was interested but not officially enrolled, so you're off the hook, Matt. It's okay if you don't want to. I just talked to Grant the other day. He's working on his engineering degree down at Tech, and if you're out there and there's something you might want to help us out with, we'd love to have your help. Tabitha is working on the travel grant. It sounds like there will be no funds from the provost's office this year for travel, unfortunately, but something changes, we'd like to be ready for it. And as Lee was mentioning previously, having that grant writing is a good skill to have, even if it's just an academic exercise. And also, Tabitha, I need you to meet with the drafting team, which Colton is leading. Okay, and I just mentioned Ryan, you can go ahead and drop the course, it sounds like, and then Michael, you need to make a decision as well. Okay.
Brian just said that he would help us with wheels.
Oh.
So, I mean, custom.
Okay, yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, so Ryan, it sounds like if you're into the wheel design, that'd be fantastic. Levi has made a lot of progress so far, so I'm just asking to put a parts list together for the transmission so we can make some purchases. Work with Colton and Corey on the rear suspension drawings, and then, as I said, assist Mark. I more or less put Levi on the rear end of the vehicle, Mark on the front end. So if you could help Mark with the steering geometry. I know there's a couple good documents in the shell on Ackerman steering, what that geometry looks like. It's pretty straightforward. And then you're going to look at wheel sizes and then send prices for wheels too, because again, we're looking towards that Thanksgiving break as a goal for getting up and rolling. Not under power, but just so we can measure that coefficient of rolling resistance. And again, so Mark, just show us what you got on the front suspension and steering so far. Okay. And then Raphael did a lot of nice work on a rear transmission design. I just kind of like to see how far he got. I also put him on some modeling of acceleration as a function of power. We've gone through that math and physics a few times. I don't know if we'll have time to do that again today, but perhaps. So just like to pick Raphael's brain as much as possible.
Still have Jake on there? Oh, sorry.
I don't.
So he was working, he's still trying to work on it.
Of course. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for reminding me. Let's get into that. There it is. I'm gonna add Jake as we speak here to do, paste, submit, update on windshield wiper progress. Perfect. And while we're sitting here thinking about it, let's get Jake in the shell. Oh, he's in the shell. There he is. Users.
Yeah.
Winder, right? W-I-N-D-E-R. There he is. Coming in. There he is. Okay. Cool. Michael, I saw you a couple days ago. It'd be great to see you again. Let us know what you're interested in. We'll put you to work. So Brandon, we really need to decide if we're going to use one motor or two. That's big priority. And then I'd also like you to put together a draft of the electrical schematic. It's something that's required. One of the documents required for moving into stage 2 for the competition. And then I'd just like you to do an inventory, just list everything we have in terms of motors, batteries, controllers, charge controllers, etc., and then go ahead and help shop for these 24-volt motors. And there's Jake's. Okay, so I think we're all pretty clear on our roles. And now let's get into the report a little bit. This will be mainly me and Corey, but I think everybody sort of seeing what the finished product is going to look like will help a bunch. So I'll take a little Camtasia break here and come right back.